Ray will be joining us in a little bit. I don't know where he is, but he'll be here eventually. All right, so we're live. Like I said, Ray will join us whenever he does. I have learned it's best not to question when Ray's going to show up. All right, USA Network, wrap up your little, you know, show. Thanks, Zach. Open up, wrap up your little show here, USA. You've always got you've always got wrestling to watch, and he's got a World Cup to announce the first 16 competitors of. Before I was like, get to it then. It's like, I don't have it ready yet. Don't have it ready yet. Making the graphics as we speak. I just spent the last 3.5 hours conked out. Like 4 o'clock happened. I finished up NXT for tomorrow. 4 o'clock hit, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna go lay down for like an hour. And then I woke up like 15 minutes ago. Like I said, Ray should be here soon. Yeah, I'm really excited for everybody to see the World Cup as it goes down. Well, the members to see it as well. I'm hoping it'll drive some membership sales as well because I feel like there's a lot to share there. Oh, great! She's invaded Raw. Great, she's on Raw now. Yep. Hey, Pierre. 2 hour Raws are back for now for like 2 months. Take the wins where we can get them. So what I can confirm with the World Cup, like what I'm allowed to confirm currently with it, right, is 64 competitors once again. The winner will still get a world title shot at a later date. We're not going to set a definitive date for it this time because I think that kind of tipped a lot of people off that Hendry was winning last time. Um, so it is just at a later date is currently the confirmed thing there. Um, Joe Hendry, despite being NXT champion and being considered a world champion, will be the exception to the to one of the next rules because he will be returning to defend the World Cup crown. There will be 20 different countries represented. Ray's making dinner. We're good. 20 different countries represented. Four brackets of 16 competitors each. The winners of bracket A and B will face off. The winners of bracket C and D will face off. And then the winners of both of those will face off in the World Cup finals, just like last year, where it was Omega and Balor as the finals of A and B. It was Hendry Moxley as the finals of C and D, and then it was Balor Hendry as the finals. And there are way more heavy hitters and far less filler names. So at a later date. So it's not like when MJF won the Casino Gauntlet that he can cash in where he wants. Um, yeah, no, it's more like you win almost an option C situation where it's like, yep, I won the World Cup, and now I'm going to be getting a guaranteed world title shot. Well, no, it's not really like option C. It's essentially a big number one contenders tournament across multiple promotions. It's like, all right, well, depending on who wins it, depending on where in the year we are, say a WWE guy wins it and we're 2 weeks from Survivor Series, 3 weeks from Survivor Series, boom, you're fighting for the WWE or World Heavyweight or NXT title at Survivor Series. Say an AEW guy wins it, we're coming up on Wrestle Dream or something, you'll fight at Wrestle Dream. If a indie guy wins it, well, then we figure out when they're going to challenge for the NWA title or something like that. But yeah, 20 different countries are represented in this one, and I'm pretty excited about it. I feel like this year is going to blow last year out of the waddle. What waddle? Yeah, no, nobody. I'm sure Sexy Red or whatever has her fans. I am not among them. All right, CM Punk in the house. Cult of personality. Yep, the only rule for who can't be in it now this year. Um, okay, calling PJ Black a filler name because he's in it, Pierre. PJ Black's in it, so show my boy PJ Black some respect. I didn't say there are no filler names though. There are still filler names. It's just way less than like how last time there were like maybe 7 winners. Put some respect on PJ Black. But yeah, there's also a reason that we're announcing it in the way that we are, of just announcing it bracket by bracket, because there are a couple people that we can't announce are going to be in it just yet. It's good to be not dead. Love it, Phil. But then the cage door hits you in the ass like 3 different times. I mean, just basically, like, I just wanted like a benchmark of who could be in. Oh, hold on. Hold up. We're getting it set up.
Okay.
Go. Then
Guys, this is one of the few very many times Xander forgot to shut down OBS.
no, OBS is open because that's how I do the stream. Oh, nearly. Yeah, let me not accidentally put our DMs on the screen. We might end up on some kind of list.
They might see I was cooking dinner.
Yeah,
Oh.
they might see a picture of Jey Uso. Ray started a call that lasted 4 minutes. Xander lasted a call that started a call that lasted 3 minutes. Ray started a call that lasted 3 hours. A file I sent you that says additional themes. Just give me a call when you're ready. And just finished making dinner, or just finishing making
Yes.
dinner.
Yeah.
We're gonna end up on.
So, like last night, we had a conference. I'm having a burger. I'm having some burgers here.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Announcing bracket A of the tournament tonight.
Mm-hmm.
So that's fun. Pierre asking kind of the what the benchmark is of the kind of people we'll see in it. And what I will say is it's a nice mix. There are a few names in there that do feel kind of filler, but there are some huge names in there this year that were out of it last year. Like he's not in bracket A, but I'm willing to announce it. Randy Orton, for example, is in the World Cup this year.
And there's a lot of people in this year who I'm like, I think will be like a surprise because they haven't been doing much.
Yeah.
You can go ahead and announce who I'm pretty sure you know who I'm alluding to. If you want to.
I'm announcing everyone that's in bracket A, so I'm gonna get there in a minute. I'm making all of their renders right now, where it's them in front of their country's flag, like what WWE did with the UK tournaments.
Yeah. The guys, with the one different state last night, Xander fried his burgers. These, I grilled them.
Well, I don't have a grill, so. Oh, okay. Here we go.
Xander, we gotta get you like a grill, like a whole grill fit. Like
I
the
know.
New Balance shoes, like the polo shirt, the sunglasses, the freaking khaki shorts.
They keep teasing me with a very good time on Monday Night Raw. But yeah, Pierre says I could have said like Fred Roser. Yeah, like Fred Roser won't be in it. I like Fred Roser just fine. He won't be in it.
Rosser?
Is it Roser, not Roser?
It's Fred Rosser.
Okay, I didn't know that. Zach says if it had been a tag team tournament, would it have?
Rosser. Oh, okay. Now I'm seeing Seth. Oh, Seth Rollins. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Don't tease me with a good time about. But yeah, Zach asks if it had been the tag team World Cup, would have been like a Dusty Classic. Yeah, pretty much.
I feel like if we were going to do that, it needed to start earlier this season, though, with a certain story.
Yeah.
And now that we're going to save it for probably at least till season 8, we'll be doing the tag thing because people we already agreed next year we're probably going to do a woman's.
Yeah, just to balance it out a little bit, because I'd like to do a 64 woman one if we can. Just
Yeah,
because Rhea Ripley's got to have something big on her resume. She hasn't won anything ever.
Love it. Guys, for the past couple weeks, whenever I make burgers, I try to make these oven fries with them.
Mm-hmm.
I think I have perfected my oven fries now.
Nice. Yeah, the Dusty World Cup Tag Team Classic one day.
Yeah.
I'm very excited for this week on the channel as well, because it's like we got Armageddon this Sunday, and it's gonna be Sunday for multiple reasons, and you guys will understand why next Monday. Um, I'm also going to be attempting, keywords attempting, to get Sacrifice 2008 done this week because I'm going to be on fall break this week. Thursday and Friday I'm on fall break from my job. So
Also,
I got to fill time somehow.
I have an announcement for this week.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, this Friday on SmackDown, in the main event, it will be Jey Uso versus Solo Sikoa.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Pierre says it's probably a spoiler to ask, but is MJF in the World Cup? I think I can. I think I'm allowed to confirm that he is not.
No, not right now. So most people, I'll be honest. So for the World Cup, most times because there is so many, because there would be, especially with the males, their male division very heavily has a lot of American talent.
Yeah.
But that means for our World Cup, there's only we spare only 16 slots for American talent, only a quarter of the tournament, and we'll have American competitors because we understand that majority of signed wrestlers, majority of big wrestlers are American, but we also want to make sure it's a genuine World Cup and has a lot of international names. So a lot of the more bigger American wrestlers aren't in it just because of that.
Yeah. And this year we didn't even use all 16 of those slots.
Mm-hmm.
I think we used 13 of them this year.
So I have a question. Do you think, and quite possibly, they're building to either Punk or Rollins winning the belt from Gunther, and then they're running Punk and Rollins for Mania?
I think so.
Yeah. Or I don't know. Do you do Punk, Rollins, Drew?
I'm not 100% sure, honestly. But yeah, we're gonna get the graphics made for round one, and then I'll announce it tonight. Because round one, or for bracket A, begins this week.
Uh-huh.
4 matches a week as usual from the last couple years, or from the last year.
I'm on a different show, so my family's massive inner conflict means nothing. Everyone, do my dance move.
Pretty much. Pretty much. Quite an interesting reaction from Mr. Rollins there to the Yeet Man.
God, it's Jey Uso is such an interesting thing in this day and age
Yeah.
because he is I hate saying it, him and LA Knight are kind of similar LA Knight has more. LA Knight is better in the ring than Jey Uso,
Yeah.
but like both of them, I think is like the character work is where they really get over, and
Yeah.
I'm
But
happy now that like for a long time I felt like the hardcore wrestling scene was so obsessed with in-ring ability and prioritized that over everything else.
yeah.
Which don't get me wrong, like it's great to have to be able to do all this different stuff in the ring. You know, it's great to be the man of 1,000 moves. That's awesome. But at the end of the day, if your character, like if you're able to have the match that fits your character, that's really all you need to get over.
Yeah.
And so like Jey Uso and LA Knight know how to have the right matches for them to get over for themselves.
Yeah.
And they are, yeah, I'm glad that like finally we're like considering like character ability and charisma again instead of just blindly going towards ring ability, at least in the hardcore scene.
Yeah, I agree.
Because you know, I think it like this was I think the reason that there was a lot of people who, while they didn't dislike Joe Hendry, a lot of people weren't getting with Joe Hendry because, you know, he's by no means bad, but like
No, he's just, he's not flashy in the ring.
no, and now I feel like people are kind of coming around to the idea of well, he doesn't need to have the best match. He just needs to have a good match, and you know, it helps that all three of these people are baby faces. Um, because it helps me babyface in the scenario because like you can just spend the majority of the match selling. Like
Yeah. Oh man.
so, Xander, how was your day? Did you? I know you didn't weren't able to find a shift
Oh,
to
I actually
cover
did.
today.
I actually did.
Yeah, that's good.
I woke up at 6 o'clock with my alarm, like I usually do. Opened up my thing. It was like, "Here's a half day for you." I was like, "All right, cool. Well, that's all that's available. I'll take it." I get in the car. I drive off. I get in the school. They're like, "Oh, you're," ugh." And I just had this moment of fuck because it was in a middle school. I do not like doing middle schools if I don't have to. It was the last middle school I worked at, and it was the same teacher where I had to write up 10 people in one day. I walked into that first class, and the kid that I wrote up first last time, quite literally went, "Oh shit, it's him again." But it was only a half day. And what was really funny was I thought half day because of the old school system, our old school system that I worked in last year, half days were 7:30 to 12:30.
Mhm.
Turns out it was 7:30 to 11:30. So I worked till 12:30, got off and was like, "Oh, I just worked an extra hour for free. That's great." Because I'm paid by the day, not the hour.
Yeah,
Um, but fortunately, they went in and tacked that extra hour onto my timesheet for me.
that's good.
So I'll still get paid like the extra $13 or whatever for that. Yeah, who knows? If LS11 Universe is still going in season 10, you know, season 10 will come and it'll be like one of those TV show reboots where um, only like one or two members of the original cast are still around and they're trying to make it and it's not as good. Like it's just me and Carnold instead of me and Ray because Ray is like, yeah, I don't, I'm Ray will just be like, yeah, Xander, we're 30 now. I think maybe it's time to do other stuff. Like that's when you know I'm desperate because then the World Cup will become like 120 128 people or something.
Mm.
The sad part is I'm only mostly joking with that.
Mm-hmm. Well,
I genuinely do wonder if we might see something happen that causes Woods to win the title.
well, I don't think so. I think they've done what they've done so that Dom can win the IC title.
I think so too.
Um,
God, that little bit of blue in the title does so much for it. Oh man. Let's see. Pierre is hypothesizing that Drew is going to get traded to SmackDown following the Punk feud. Um, Zach then asks if Drew does go to SmackDown, what matches would we want to see him have? Pierre puts out two good ones of obviously Cody and then possibly Mello. I wouldn't mind seeing Drew and Andrade run it back.
that could be fun.
Drew could go after LA Knight, a little bit of TNA history there, as well as that's the one title Drew has never had, the U.S. title.
Yeah. I mean, this year Drew McIntyre to me went from a main eventer to like a genuine star,
Oh
like
yeah,
like a real like I don't like really making a different star like people tune in to watch him. More viewers watch the show when he's on it.
oh yeah, for
Uh,
sure.
and you know, as much as we call different people stars and all that, that's really rare in wrestling to like genuinely like make more people watch your show because you're so good.
Yeah,
Um, so I mean, technically, I guess he's on SmackDown. Drew and Rock, that could be something. Um, Drew just mixing it up with the Bloodline, I think, would be cool,
oh yeah,
especially now with his newer character. Now I would still like to see the Bloodline and Punk do something.
yeah. I
Um,
agree.
but I don't know. I think maybe that was like during the time that Roman was a heel. They might have wanted to do that. So I just think they maybe just kind of not missed opportunity. I think just if Punk had come back earlier, then you may have had time to do it. But I don't, you know.
Yeah. So would you say Drew is more over than when he was carrying WWE? Yes.
Oh yeah, it's nice. Raw's only 2 hours.
Yep. Raw is only 2 hours for the rest of the year, but then SmackDown is going up to three in a few weeks.
And then Raw is going back to 3 hours when it goes to Netflix.
There is no release. There is only suffering in this world.
There's only suffering, only pain,
Only pain,
only
only suffering.
suffering.
Why has God put us here? Just to suffer.
You mock my pain. Life is pain, Your Highness. Anyone who says differently is trying to sell you something. Princess Bride, 1986.
It's a great movie.
Yeah. So I'm in like a comic book Discord,
Yeah.
and there was a question posted there today. The Mount Rushmore of supervillains
Okay.
across all comics. Everyone gave their opinion. What will be yours?
I think it shows more about what kind of villains I consider great when I say it. Lex Luthor, Norman Osborn. Let's see. So Mount Rushmore's four. So Lex Luthor, Norman Osborn.
We'll say five. We'll go
Okay,
up to five.
five. All right, thank you,
Yeah.
Daryl. Lex Luthor, Norman Osborn for sure. Because I
And then
mean,
in the comments, you can also submit yours, and if you want us to say.
as much as I don't particularly care for him, he's not my favorite by any means. The Joker has to be in there
Yeah. Yes.
because
So,
Batman would be nowhere near as popular without the foil that is the Joker. Like
yeah.
I can prefer villains like Bane all day, but I do understand the importance of Joker. Um, I'm just going Marvel DC here because those are like the powerhouses of comics.
Yeah.
Um, let's see.
So like so one that was on my list,
Okay.
and like so here's the funny thing. So you and I have two of the same things, right?
Okay.
So the one where we differ, it's both the Spider villain. I chose Octavius over Norman Osborn.
I went Norman because
I
he
feel
become.
that
Well, go ahead.
okay, you go first.
I went Norman because not only is he so important to the origin of Spider-Man, he made the, his lab is what created the spider. He killed Gwen Stacy, but then also he became the Iron Patriot and stuff and became a like A-list level villain that was like giving Iron Man and Captain America a run for their money later on.
Yeah. I went with Octavius because I think Octavius is a character and like who and like what he is and how he was before what happened. I think he is like that perfect foil to Peter Parker because he is what Peter like him and Peter are very similar in their origin. Like
Yeah.
something happened that changed them, made them stronger, but like it's just a different outlook. And they were very similar before the thing that happened. So but there's also I think the big one you're missing because it came to my mind immediately
Okay.
was Magneto.
Well, I hadn't gotten there yet. I only got 3 out of my 5 out there.
Well, you were sitting there going like,
I was having to think on it, man. I've had a long day.
okay, resume.
Well, Magneto was probably going to be the next one on there, but now I feel weird saying it. Because Magneto is like right message, wrong execution in a lot of cases. Um, about the treatment of mutants by humans, but you also understand where it's coming from because he's been, you know, he went through one of the hardest times in human history for a race of people.
Yeah.
So, Green Goblin or Norman Osborn, Lex Luthor, Magneto, and the Joker. I mean, if I'm going Mount Rushmore, that's 4. Also, Jey Uso
Yeah.
retained. Just thought we should let everyone know that.
That was guessable.
Yeah, so those would be my 4, and then coming up with a 5th. I haven't read comics in so long is the issue that it is kind of hard to think of the 5th. Because I'm trying to go comics and not think movies or anything like that. Because if we're going like comic book, film villains, then it's a far different list. But that can be a different topic for later.
I mean, if you're including films, like I feel like you have to include Thanos at that point.
Yeah. Um.
Um, I know you already said Lex Luthor, but does Zod? Does he like?
True. True.
because in my opinion, because I've been a lifelong Superman fan. Like, if Superman is if Lex Luthor is Superman's arch nemesis, I feel like Zod is just like literally one tick below that. Like,
Oh yeah. All right, Braun. Thank you, Falling Away 49 for that. I guess. I don't really know how to respond to
what do you
that.
say?
They just said hi, love you. Um, thank you.
I know you're rewatching TNA.
I've only done the one episode so far, just because I got really busy again.
Have you seen the old Dudley's weigh-in segment?
I have not. No.
So
I might mute my
the
mic for this
Dudley's,
real quick.
huh?
I gotta
Huh?
mute my mic for something real quick. I'm gonna mute it for the
Okay.
friends watching at home, but I'm gonna leave it unmuted for you because I gotta see what this is. Going muted in 3, 2, 1.
What do you say?
All right, cool. Just needed to tell Ray something that I didn't want to share with the rest of the class.
Yeah.
All right, Zach asks, what are some of our overrated and underrated comic book villains?
So I know you're gonna say the Joker.
Well, yeah, I don't really care for the Joker, yes. Um, where I would then put underrated is probably Mr. Freeze. That's one of my favorite Batman villains.
But I feel like Mr. Freeze isn't even underrated. I feel like most people work hard because it's one of the best Batman villains.
Yeah, okay, let me go with someone a little more obscure for underrated then. I would almost say Craven, but he's got such a surge of popularity now following the video game.
Yeah.
Still haven't finished. Gonna get to that eventually. Maybe I'll do that during fall break this week. Maybe I'll stream the rest of Spider-Man 2 finally. Let's see. I just keep looking over. Oh, another Viking Raiders vignette, or War Raiders now. Apparently, is what they're going to be called again.
Great. But
Um, I'll let you take the lead on this one.
I know this is a weird villain who a lot of people don't like, and I totally get why. But I love Mixelplex.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Um because it's been established in the DC universe, there's only one Mixelplex.
Yes.
And like even in the DC multiverse, there still is only one Mixelplex. And so he's just going universe to universe, finding different Supermans to annoy and returning to some of them sometimes.
Yeah. And I
Which I
also
love.
know he's voiced by Gilbert Godfrey.
Yeah, and and he's literally like you have to beat him like Rumpelstiltskin. You have to get him to say his name. No!
I don't have the clip.
Dang it.
Oh wait, you mean this clip?
Say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry.
It was playing, you just couldn't see it.
Okay.
It was playing for the people at home. That's the only downside between between StreamYard and OBS and Discord is that you can't see when I queue up clips or put things on the screen. I think the fact I delayed it, like being like, I don't have it. What are you talking about? When I have it for when people do accidentally say it in universe.
Yeah. But then hmm. he's really been treated unfairly in recent stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Two-Face has never been given like a fair shake in a Batman movie.
I can agree with that. I like Two-Face a lot. I mean, everyone knows I'm a big stickler and fan of those kind of characters, the Jekyll and Hyde type characters.
Yeah, but he's always like the secondary villain in every movie he's in.
Yeah.
Oh, and then there was him in Gotham Knight. Horrible show. And I feel bad for Misha Collins. Castiel, what have they done to you?
Mm. I don't think I was prepared for Dr. Squatch to have gotten Sydney Sweeney to do commercials for them, but alright, here we are. Welcome to the year 2024. Yeah, whenever I see the stuff that happened with the hurricane the other day
Yeah.
and how close it was to us, I'm like, wow. Yeah, that's one of those moments where I realized that we got really lucky that you
Yeah.
lost internet and that was it. And that, like,
Yeah.
I got some bad rain and that was it. So what I am now working on, and Ray, I think you're going to be very happy about this, very excited about this. I know you're not much of a UFC guy anymore, but I am creating a more UFC like tail of the tape for the World Cup.
No problem.
Excuse me, Ron. We're all a little confused. I mean, last week you were showing Jay Uso respect. This week it's Peter City. I'll help you out here. What's going on? Why Brock Breaker has the change of heart? Back to you. No doubt about it. Yeah, trying to figure out Brock Breaker. Hey, wait, as you know, WWE incredible fights like that was pretty solid back this weekend. But our team content officer, Paul Tripoli, he never stopped pushing forward. And he made this announcement concerning what's going to happen at Crown Jewel. Because in just 4 weeks, one of the biggest spectacle events, Crown Jewel. An annual event where our reigning WWE champions will face our reigning world champion for both the men and the women. And that winner will be crowned 2024's Crown Jewel champion.
So I heard about the Crown Jewel Championship today.
Yeah.
I'd still go back and forth on how I feel about it.
Yeah.
But on one
I
hand,
don't
I do like the idea of like, huh?
I don't like it.
Hmm.
And I understand what many are trying to discuss in the videos that they'll do for the Landers past week. But not to get into specifics, like the road you were heading down. Wait, I'm sorry to interject there, no, but we'll do
But-
with this.
But I get what they're trying to do. They have like this yearly thing where the champions collide.
Yeah.
That's this week. They're aware of the incident.
And like don't get me wrong, I also probably get that this is like Triple H probably not wanting to like probably having to come up with something big for a Saudi show, but not wanting to take a Saudi show and do one of like a big four show with it.
Yeah.
But evidently, now we have a patience over the well, back at WrestleMania, we had Big Mass Burger. We saw Seth Rollins earlier today, and he said places to help with
What is going on?
What, all the screen glitches?
I don't know. I'm not sure if I really want Uncle Howdy to float into championship things.
Yeah.
So here is this is gonna be fun. But anyway, so I have a question for you, Xander.
Okay.
What do you think was better? Drew and Punk in the cell or Punk and MJF in the chain match?
That's tough.
Yeah. Here's the thing. I'm kind of leaning towards the cell match.
Yeah, I
Because-
think so too.
Because here's the thing. I'd prefer the chain match if they didn't do the tax. If they didn't do the tax spot in that match, I'd actually probably would prefer it.
But Ray, don't you know it's AEW? Every match needs tax. Or glass.
Okay, guys. Any penetrating weapon is a no for me. And I know how that sounds, you dirty-minded bastard.
Weapon.
But yes, if it's based around the function of penetration, I do not think it should be involved in wrestling. It's really hard to talk. Okay, how about this? Anything that does piercing damage.
There you go. That'll work.
Sony getting ready to outperform Joker 2.
I mean, I'm gonna go see Venom. So
No, I know they will because Joker 2 flopped. Dude, Joker 2 opened to a box office this past weekend of around 8 million. Xander, that's less than The Flash.
it's closer to Morbius.
Yeah. Here's the thing. I know you say you're not a Joker fan, but I think you are, but you're just fans of a particular Joker. Because I know you like the Mark Hamill Joker,
Yes.
and you like the Heath Ledger Joker.
To an extent, yes.
Yeah. And now that the Batman has come out, honestly though, you want to know something the Batman gave me?
What's that?
The version of Riddler I always wanted for a movie.
Yeah.
Because in case you guys don't know, Riddler is my favorite villain ever.
Yep.
But so but that also gave me the ability now to further appreciate Jim Carrey's performance as the Riddler.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, now that I have Paul Dano's, I go back and watch Jim Carrey's, and I actually kind of like it now.
I've always liked Jim Carrey as Riddler.
I'm sucking up your IQ, a vacuuming vortex, feeding off your brain. Fred!
Okay, so here's a big question. Here's a big question for you, Ray. With these Tale of the Tapes, obviously it's age, height, weight, and then UFC does reach. What should we do? Because I don't know. There's definitely no way I can get reach for certain people, and I don't see a point in adding reach because this is an MMA.
Finishing.
I was gonna put championships, but then I realized that there's gonna be a lot of people that it's just blank down there. I was thinking maybe career record.
No, I said. Did you miss what I said?
Yeah, I did.
Finishing moves.
Ah,
That's what they traditionally always put in the Tale of Tapes for Pro Wrestling. If you look back when they did it in like the 80s and different territories and stuff. Oh yeah, guys, can't wait for the performance from Sexy Red. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just so tired of people trying to do things on wrestling shows that aren't wrestling. Like, nope, all these glitches are. So on the screen just came up, there you are.
yeah.
Oh, R-Truth, you poor man. You poor sap.
Let's see, someone in the chat asked, "Do we have Discord?" Yeah. Second link from the bottom. That's how you join our Discord server. I will tell everyone that is not part of it. I don't really DM with fans. I keep it in the Discord itself, with very, very, very few exceptions.
Yeah.
It's in our group next week. Looks like we got great friends for both. Now we got Donnie Buck. James, get ready for it. I think that big Temple Bar and Double has ever seen anything like this. Donnie broke time. Sheamus and Pete Dunway. Sheamus already on the ready in the ready for the show lately. The man's walking out with that solid wood frickin' bat. While Sheamus waits with a shillelagh in the ring. This is gonna get ugly in a hurry. And Tony goes back. Essentially enormous for the connection back today. So Irish speak to it. My God, I do tax. Good as well as we can. He says he got these statements that going in.
Oh.
As he said, was. He originally attacked him backstage. Going after him ever since. But it looks like as a unit of the bowling works the good things. If he comes to like the world of 26 students,
I feel like I'm trying to think of like if there's anything interesting I can say related to Sheamus and Pete Dunne as a callback here, other than like this should be fun because both of these guys' language wrestling type is. I'm just gonna make it look like I'm hitting you really hard by hitting you really hard.
Imagine if all those barrels were actually filled with whiskey.
Or Guinness.
Uh, they get a rum sponsorship. Ladies and gentlemen, the Jack Sparrow match.
Somebody get Paul Burchill on the line.
Why is the rum gone?
Chicken chalupa supreme pie, deliciousness, chip, nacho cheese sauce, convenient drink. It's not what's about it. It's the price. It's lux for less. $70 free spots from Taco Bell. It's a built-in BT5 layer burrito is those humans. A crunchy to feel.
Huh. I feel like Pete Dunne needs this win, but WWE really, even in the Triple H era, kind of has this habit of like, well, this veteran, they need to win a lot more than the young guy does.
Yeah.
So, have a feeling it's probably going to be a Sheamus dub on this one.
Yeah, I think so too. I've been looking up at the picture and picture, like, because they honestly did almost do the table spot.
Um,
Can you imagine if they did a table spot like that during a picture in picture?
I mean, they do it in non-televised matches. Literally, first ever WWE event, first ever wrestling event I went to was a WWE house show in Chattanooga, Tennessee, back in January of 2015. And the main event was John Cena and Seth Rollins in a street fight, and it ended with Seth Rollins taking a top rope AA through a table.
Then I'm not saying they don't do that, but like in terms of the continuity for the viewers at home, if it cuts to a commercial break and then it comes back and two tables are broken, like, not everyone gets picture in picture always.
Yeah.
I remember we were at that TNA show, and I think it was PCO got put through that table, and like it just made this sound that like you and I looked at each other like, oh god, that they grabbed the wrong table. Poor
Yeah.
bastard. Like that poor bastard.
Yeah. Yeah, and then he actually got hospitalized, like, because there was supposed to be the post-show meet and greets were supposed to be Hendry, Santino, and PCO. And there were people waiting for PCO, and they were like, yeah, he had to go to the hospital.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, they did a spot backstage where he got set on fire.
I feel like every single match out is the same thing with the table spot.
What do you mean?
They set it up, they have someone almost go through it, they don't. Like they get ramped up in a fight and then they go through it after the audience forgets the table's there. It works, but like doing it so much, honestly, I think kind of sets the precedent that oh, they're gonna go through the table in like 10 minutes, not right now.
Yeah.
Well, this isn't gonna be good.
Oh, no. Oh, no!
Now a 2 count.
Eh.
AEW every week is almost like the living embodiment of the sentence that I feel like I coined to you. Well, throw it in, guys. If that guy's not dead, wrestling sure as hell is.
I will never forget you saying that to me the first time and it having me cackling when you said it.
Yeah, when did I say it to you? What spot? It was like something insane.
It was it was our first ever Double or Nothing, and one of the Bucks went off a ladder through another ladder. And you said, if he's not dead, kayfabe sure as hell is. And he was up within like 20 seconds because it was 2K22.
Yeah.
Hi, JT. Who just pops in immediately and says, by the way, been here for an hour. Welcome in. Just forgot to say what's up. Good to see you, JT.
Okay. Also, I saw a chat and wrestling thing I'm in earlier.
Mm-hmm.
If you could take away one chant, which one would you take away?
What?
That's a good one.
Oh, shit.
I get kind of sick of "This is awesome."
Yeah, but people going, what? Through promos
Yeah.
all the time drives me insane.
I'm gonna beat you with the disembodied drawer the way my father did. What the fuck? Yes. Restrain him.
I swear he's still gonna lose with Sheamus's hands quite literally tied behind his back.
I mean, if Sheamus breaks out, I'm sorry. You're not gonna follow up the white noise off the barrels through the table. Why didn't you do all this other shit before you did that spot?
Why give new stars big wins?
When you can literally have someone beat them with their hands tied behind your back.
Yeah.
Never mind the fact that it's been publicly acknowledged several times that Sheamus could be retiring any day.
JT says, say, Ray, have I told you about the scale? If he hasn't, I'll give you the TLDR. There's a girl, friends with him. They work together. They've got a Christmas gift exchange at work. They've got each other's names. JT quite fancies this woman. He's not sure if she feels the same way. They're doing a big gift exchange in front of everybody at the office Christmas party. JT wanted to get her a scale as a joke. I brought Alex in here to give him a 10-minute lecture about how that's not a good idea.
Okay, dude. I know you've used this as an opportunity to do something, JT. Let me tell you right now, it's not. Okay? Like, in front of people, in front of coworkers, this is the wrong time to see if she likes you. You don't want to do it in front of all these. You don't want to do it in front of people because either one, she's going to feel pressured to say yes, in which case she will, and she might have to take it back later, which is just going to hurt. Or number two, she's going to say no in front of everybody.
Well, it's more so a case of he's giving her a gift to test the waters, but he's not going to ask in that moment.
Yeah.
He's getting her a gift that can be platonic, but then he could also, later on, when it's just him and her, be like, hey, so do you, perhaps.
What? It was a scale he wanted to get her?
Yeah, he wanted to get her a scale as a joke.
Okay, never, ever, 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 ever get a woman a scale as a joke, ever.
Yeah, that was pretty much Alex's response.
That is...
As Alex put it, that is a one-way ticket to guarantee that if there were any romantic
Yeah.
interest there that they are gone.
I wasn't in here when he said that the other night because honestly, I think we probably should have timed it out for 5 minutes for just having that thought. Like, just
Oh yeah, and then his other idea was to get her a gift receipt to Hooters. Or a gift certificate to Hooters.
no, just no. Okay, JT, let me. What does this woman like? And if you don't know the answer to that question, you don't have a crush on her, actually.
Yeah, don't worry. Alex and I got it handled. We got it handled. Mom and Dad of chat got it taken care of.
All right, now it's time for the uncle who actually knows what he's talking about to come into play.
Ah, hell.
Have you
not a
heard,
gift receipt. Okay, not a gift receipt. Crucially, not a gift certificate,
Okay,
but a date to Hooters.
okay, buddy. Never ever take a woman that like you don't have a very established like connection and flow with to a restaurant like Hooters.
Yeah.
Take her somewhere classy like Chili's. Anyway.
I took Alex to Buffalo's for our first date, if anyone knows what that is.
I mean, I honestly say take her to Chili's. Offer to take her to Chili's. Because one, everyone loves Chili's. Two, it's a lot more affordable than other restaurants these days, honestly. Chili's is less expensive than McDonald's now. Now,
Someone said told him Chili's and IHOP are too kiddie. I disagree.
Chili's is too kiddie. Okay. Chili's is a restaurant that serves Tex-Mex food. It's a chain place. I can think of nowhere more prepubescent than a restaurant where the entire point is boobs.
Yeah.
Okay. You're saying it's kiddie. Like, no one wants to go to Hooters unless you're 13 years old or sad and divorced. Okay? That's the audience that wants to go to Hooters, JT.
It's true, yeah. Like, I don't care about it at all.
Take her, take her somewhere really classy, like Dave and Buster's. Honestly, though, if you want to have a killer date, Dave and Buster's is a great idea.
Yeah, we went there for my birthday. Dave and Buster's is a great time.
Yeah, you get some drinks. It's a game. You get to have fun together. There's not like Here's the thing: you don't want to do a movie because a movie you can't talk to each other. But you don't want to do something where it's like the only option is talking to each other. So what Dave and Buster's does is it gets you interacting, but it also gives you things to do to be a social lubricant, right? And JT, I'm strictly talking about social lubricants here. Don't want you thinking anything else. It is strictly social based, not water based. I do not want you thinking that. I'm a master of sounding somewhat dirty.
Yeah, just a little bit.
I mean, just earlier today, earlier in the stream, I was talking about weapons of penetration.
I feel like anytime you say something like that and I start giggling, you're gonna do like the Drake and Josh bit. You're a child.
Or maybe JT, you want to show your like, is this a smart girl? If she's smart, look into a local place. That way you look more connected. You look more socially aware.
It's true.
I once courted a woman by giving her a variety of different Christmas gifts, very small gifts. But like here's the thing. You have to get to know her and get to know what she likes. So
Yeah.
Serums are concentrated with powerful ingredients to visibly improve your skin. Try Olay Super Serum. For 5 powerful ingredients in one, it hydrates, improves texture and evenness, while also firming and smoothing. Try Olay Super Serum. You know that potty training can move to its own rhythm. And pull-ups have the investment side, changing that's easy as it gets. Okay, don't miss it out.
220, 510.
yeah. So this past weekend, I hung out with my sister and my little nephew.
Oh yeah.
So my nephew's a little over 2, right?
Oh yeah, he is.
And I'm by far the tallest person he's ever met.
Yes.
So he's scared of me. He's definitely scared.
Oh.
I start walking up to him, he would just run away.
Yeah.
So eventually, I had to. So I did get him to stop being scared of me, though.
Okay.
Want to know what I did?
What's that?
I started acting deathly scared of him.
That's adorable.
So he was just walking up to me, and I'd be like, "Oh, you're so scary," and he'd start laughing, and then he'd put his arms up in the air and start running at me, and I'd be like, "Wait, no!" So someone told me don't do that because then I'll make him a bully in school, and I'm like, well, I was bullied in school. Better to do it than to receive. So,
And the segment was going so well. Ethan Page was here. It was going so well. Then that showed up. I do realize that me saying that about a woman of color and calling her that does come off very racist. So I'm
You
going to
talking about
say
Ava?
then. What?
you're talking about Ava?
Nope, I have no issues with Ava. I think Ava's perfectly fine.
No.
And I'm not saying that because her father has hired gunmen sitting just off screen, ready to take me down if I say anything wrong. Ava is the greatest general manager of all time, and is so good, especially for being so young.
I mean, okay, to be honest, like, I have friends who really are into Sexy Red, so I feel weird saying things about it.
Well, I don't have any friends that are into her, so I am perfectly okay saying whatever I want. Including, I don't get it. Clearly, it's not for me.
EMC. The ultimate point. Your future weapon. Cynthia, Jada, and Zoe.
Xander's into real music, guys. Like Rick Astley and
Okay,
Michael Bolton.
you could just fucking say Britney Spears, given she's right there in the background. Also, there is nothing wrong with Michael Bolton. When a man loves a woman.
So you and I still need to watch Ready to Rumble. Because there's a whole scene of the movie Ready to Rumble that involves one of your favorite songs.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. You want to know what song it is?
What's that?
Hit Me Baby One More Time.
Give me a sign. Hit me, baby, one more time.
Yeah, so no, that's like so this scene is literally two characters talking, like doing all this exposition heavy thing, setting up the whole finale of the movie. Meanwhile, there's the other main character there with the headphones on, holding a frickin' CD man, just singing Hit Me Baby One More Time and dancing like an idiot in the background, totally not acknowledging the scene in the foreground. I'm like, that's Xander 90% of the time.
Yeah, pretty much. Is this a 10-woman tag match? What's the deal going on here? It's a lot of people.
Xander, we're going back to 2 hours, so we have to put them all out there at the same time, okay?
Oh my god, you're not wrong is the worst part.
We can now no longer have two completely pointless women's tag matches on the show. We have to crunch it all into one. What happened to Kate and Carter?
Katana Chance broke her nose, is what it is.
Okay, sorry.
Katana Chance is the white girl. Hayden Carter is the one that has the colorful hair.
All right, guys. A lot of the audience has decided to take a piss now.
Oh, don't say the women are the piss break again.
Okay, no. The women aren't the piss break. These women are the piss break.
Yeah, I'll give you that one.
Huh?
That's okay. Yeah, I'll give you that.
Like Rhea Ripley, Liv Morgan, like people you actually care about, Jade Cargill, Bianca Belair, people you actually care about, they're not the piss break. However, I want the women's tag division to be successful. But like just like throwing all these women into a match, giving them no interpersonal dynamics, like just having teams for team's sake. It's just not going to help build a real division. You'll have a division just with a bunch of people in it. You won't have like a healthy division where it's like,
Yeah.
There's like the thing is like there's face and heel, but there's really 4 sides to a face to wrestling, right? There's like your white meat baby face.
Yeah.
There's your like kind of cool tweener babyface. There's your kind of cool tweener heel, and then there's the asshole heel.
Yeah.
And then there's the monster heel. So 5. But then again, the monster can be a face and still be booked the exact same way. So
yeah.
Like literally, like you just have to take the monster, have them Like that's the interesting thing about monsters in wrestling. They're booked the exact same. It's just who they're wrestling that changes. Like Taker, when he was a heel, wrestled the exact same way he did when he was a face. He was just wrestling heels or wrestling faces.
Oh god, I just realized it's only 9:30, but the show is already almost over. This is great.
Yeah,
I'm gonna actually get to work on Armageddon a little bit tonight.
real fun.
Also, remember everybody, NXT is not out for members right now because it is coming out as a premiere tomorrow to celebrate the start of the Silver and Black era.
Yeah.
And even if it does take me, even if it does take me a little bit of time here, I will announce all the first round matches of the World Cup before the stream is over, or the bracket A matches, bracket A, because we're still
There's a few people who we can't quite announce yet.
right. Because like I kind of saw your face there when I said all the matches, and you were like Xander.
Not yet.
But Donald Trump's plan could ban IVF in some states.
And don't take that as invitation to speculate, people.
They're gonna speculate anyway.
What if we end up in a state where IVF is no longer legal? Another reason to be a good driver is T sensitivity is so common. It immediately feels like somebody's poking directly.
I will say one of the names getting announced tonight, people are gonna be like, "Oh, good to see he's alive," and I think that tells everyone right away who it is.
Yeah.
But that's gonna be best kept secret for now.
So my question is, so I haven't watched all of Bad Blood. I watched the Cell match.
Yeah.
Watched a few other things. But my question is, what did Bret Hart do a few weeks ago? What did he say?
Uh, it was Raw in Canada, and so Gunther decided to just
No, I know. I mean, I meant that
Oh.
as you're like, what did he say backstage to make Triple H so pissed? Where he's like, "Fuck you! I'm bringing back fucking Goldberg. Fuck you."
not just bringing back Goldberg, but bringing back Bill Goldberg.
Well, somebody said, well, it's because he was promised a great end to his career, and it's like, you think Triple H gives a damn what he was promised by the previous administration?
Yeah.
I feel bad for Lyra Valkyria. Like,
Yeah.
she went from the top woman to NXT. She debuted on Raw. It seemed like they were gonna make her a big star, and now like she's just in this like 10-woman tag.
Yeah.
And like, I'm sorry, I kind of want them just to wrap this up, not because I want to be rude, but I'm like, we still have to do the follow up to like the Rhea stuff.
Oh, they already did. Did you not see the backstage segment where Dom, Liv, and Raquel showed up, Liv spoke about 3 sentences about how even when she loses, she still wins because she's still champion, even though she lost by DQ, and then they left. Yeah, that was it.
All right, guys, please don't let the storyline slip off the rails. Like, don't get me wrong, I don't mind Raquel Rodriguez returning to be part of this because I'm like, her and Rhea have the history. She's a great in the ring, you know.
Yeah, she and Liv have history as well, former tag team champions.
Yeah. So I get why. And I will at least Lyra got the pin. Although Natalia is always the one to bring in people for the group hug.
Yeah.
I would love it if like there was a member of her team who was just like, no, I'm not getting in on the hug. I don't hug. No.
Just like Natty, we don't know each other like that.
Oh, like don't get me wrong. I'm excited we're gonna get Gunther and Cody.
But not in Saudi.
But like, who was asking to see Nia Jax versus Liv Morgan?
Someone was, I'm sure. I like Nia Jax nowadays, however. JT says, wait, shit, I just realized. My assumption is this next thing is going to be Raw is only 2 hours. I only get 2 hours to torture Xander in the chat tonight.
So apparently Moxley just trademarked Switchblade conspiracy.
All right, then.
Because he can't be called, because I guess he'd want to be called the Switchblades because that was his tag team, but we can't now because that's now Jay White. So
Right.
Oh, come on, you're not going to do the tracking shot again for Sammy?
Guess not. This is the worst time to be doing a Champion of Champions match / feud. Okay. NXT tomorrow is going to be fun.
Yeah.
I'll once again be live for that.
Also, I'm just saying, okay, like, Also, I just don't think people are really as jazzed up about The Rock as the media is saying they are.
I mean, I was excited when he showed up.
I mean, like, yeah, but like, did you think him showing up justified them, like, not giving Punk and Drew the main event?
No.
because because that's the thing. I started watching Bad Blood and I stopped watching it a few times now because what's happening is the first match is so great it feels like it should be the main event and nothing on the show is going to top it, so you're just sitting there now essentially watching a falling action because nothing's going to hit the height of emotions that was the Cell match. Now everything's just going to be a falling action for the rest of the night.
Yeah.
Sometimes I see ads for like fast food places. Like I eat sometimes fast food, but have you ever seen like fast food where you're like, who eats there? I've never seen somebody eat there.
Yeah.
Have you ever eaten at Church's Chicken?
Yes. Many, many years ago when it first opened up in our hometown.
With a certain je ne sais crunch.
Some people in Florida can save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. You know, to check your school savings first, look for a savings. So check Allstate first. They can save you hundreds.
All right. I'm almost there. And by that I mean I'm halfway done with the bracket A round 1 graphics. I forgot how much work goes into Tale of the Tape the first time around.
Yeah.
Because the first time around I have to do all the research.
Mm-hmm.
But then from there, I've got all the stuff. It's like I don't have to go look up what, I can't say anyone right now because I don't want to accidentally spoil anyone. I don't have to look up what someone's finishing move is, what their weight is, and all that, what their age is.
Yeah.
Damn right. But you know what? I'll get clear with Freddie Stan. Y'all been tearing up this women's tag team division. And you know, about these living a couple weeks ago. But if y'all think for 1 second that Image Control is about to sit back over, oh, y'all got another thing coming. See, it's not time for That's right. So you definitely be out of the if she want to challenge us.
Six 5 238.
Well, this time match starts. I'm gonna take a little bit of a bathroom break.
Okay, go for
Xander, remove me from the street.
it. Just turn off your webcam because I can't just do that.
Okay.
Okay. So then I need to turn that off. There we go. That's fine. That'll work.
Sami Zayn's ready. First 190 minutes, he had the IC title. That came after he got the record set. Now, he targets it again for even greater goal right now.
All right, here we go.
64 days. You think about the first part of Gunther's reign. Big part of it was focused on one of the big challenges in the industry, Randy Orton. He aced that tough test in the match of Berlin. Retained that gold. But the next part of his reign it's really been him wanting to swat away what he feels is a pesky Sami Zayn. And it took him reflecting on his father's disappointment at WrestleMania for Gunther to arrive at.
See, it's funny. Like I said, I would have, instead of the finishing move thing, like would have put like championship reigns. But I'd feel bad because there'd be so many people who just don't have any listed on there.
Here's the sensational Samantha.
Contest is set for one fall. It's for the World Heavyweight
All right, almost there with round one. Xander, when are you gonna time travel and have a grand title defense on a retro show? Never. The real question is, are the brackets cooking? The first round, there's gonna be a lot where you're like, oh, they're cooking, and there's also gonna be somewhere where it's like, all right, well, I know who's winning that one. I got 2 more graphics to make, and then I can announce bracket A's first round. Yeah, like what I'm about to announce, you guys are gonna see this one and go, oh, this is gonna cook. I'm having to go in and get everything right now. Do 5'11", 180, 43.
Folks out there that think perhaps Sammy could be his triple. Never Gunther at what he's done since April of 2022.
So what did we think about NXT No Mercy? We haven't had a chance to chat about it yet. I haven't even thought to ask about it. But a lot of new champions. The Forsaken don't have any gold anymore, let alone all of it. No, by never, I mean never, JT. See. Oh. There he is. Welcome back. 5'8", 165.
There we go. Hello, people. All my beautiful people out there in the dark.
Mm.
My dad was like, tell me if Sammy wins tonight.
Your dad called Sammy winning at Mania, and I will forever give him credit on that.
He's not winning tonight. Come on.
Yeah, no, he's not winning tonight, but Pierre says that No Mercy was... I asked how everyone felt about Ellis Levin NXT No Mercy yesterday, because I hadn't asked people's opinions. Zach said there was not a single bad match, and Pierre said that it was amazing and he didn't see Speedball Mountain winning coming.
Yeah.
And that was a big part of it, was like the Rascals winning it kind of felt like a bit of like a... kind of felt a bit like, well, the Rascals winning it feels so obvious that if I put the belts on Speedball Mountain, it is kind of the case of like, let the belts make the guys a little bit.
Yeah. Also, it's not like Mike Bailey and Trent Seven are two guys who are like, it's not like they haven't done anything. Trent Seven was an NWA champion. Mike Bailey's had some big wins. He was X Division champion.
Not in University, wasn't.
Oh.
But yeah, that yesterday was Mike Bailey's first ever title in LS11.
I was sure at some point you had made him X Division champion. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, I barely used him in TNA just because I had so many people and I hadn't become as much of a fan of him yet.
Yeah.
But I've become a fan of him lately, which was a big part of why I did that. But yeah, no, it was like both guys, could have been fine. But like the idea is, I want NXT to have a really vast tag division because that's kind of something NXT was known for in the early season, was a really good tag division because it had a really good tag division booker in it.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Had I give you so much hell that I have to give you compliments here and there to make sure I do like you.
Yeah.
Um, like
It's just like that. Like the thing is that like I have an affinity for tag team wrestling,
yeah,
and I get like not everyone shares my opinion,
She got agitated off. So we talked to her.
and I get why a lot of people, and I get why main event tag team wrestling isn't a thing in mainstream wrestling anymore.
yeah,
Ultimately, the thing is, and like this is the thing, there is only one reason. Because when you go from like a singles main event scene to a tag main event scene, which hasn't been done in decades, you're now talking about splitting up all the money 3 ways and then saying, okay, now we're going to split it up 5. So,
yeah,
and so now you need to make more money to make sure everyone's happy. Not only that, if a person gets injured, you're fucked. Like,
yeah,
so like I get why like it leans singles, and I love singles wrestling. Like and like here's the thing about tag team wrestling though.
mm-hmm.
Like I feel like tag team wrestling, much in the same way that you find it hard to watch older wrestling matches, I actually find older tag matches to be an easier watch than older singles matches.
Okay,
Particularly like depending on what kind of matches you watch. Like I love watching. So I know I've talked about Midnight Express and Jim Cornette before, but like honestly, my favorite thing to watch is their rivals, the Rock and Roll Express.
yeah,
Because like here's the thing. I'm convinced Johnny Gargano got 90% of how he sells from Ricky Morton. Now just watching it.
mm-hmm.
Because Johnny Gargano sells just like Ricky Morton. And I mean that as a full compliment, because Ricky Morton was amazing at getting his ass kicked.
Yeah. So, little side note here, I might DM you this in a second. I'm thinking about doing a small substitution in the World Cup to take someone out and replace them with someone that's very similar in size but is better in ring.
Okay.
I'm gonna DM you real quick.
Okay.
What do you think?
All right.
Cool. I know that I'm literally replacing one of my guys for one of my guys, but still wanted to give you an opinion on that one. I just think it's going to be a better
the guy you're
match.
replacing him with is has a lot more potential than the guy who's now not in the tournament.
Yeah, and also it's kind of a situation of like the guy I'm taking out was in the tournament last year, and I don't think he made it past round 1. So
Like, okay, I wish I was able to be here on Bad Blood when you were watching that show, because like I felt like I'm like, because I didn't watch you watch it purposely so I could watch the cell match.
yeah,
I was like, if I was there, Xander would be smiling, because it's like they commented it as someone who's like they kept bringing up like Tommy Rich and Buzz Sawyer in the cage in the Omni, and I'm betting Xander's going, oh, if Ray was here, he could give me context for what that means.
justice for Shane Taylor. Shane Taylor wasn't ever planned to be in the tournament, JT. That's not who I'm referring to at all. I don't.
So is there any news on why exactly they're going to for 2 hours for the rest of the year?
I have no idea.
I'm trying to figure out why because I'm sitting here saying like, because traditionally, like the reason they haven't been able to go to 3 is because like the 3 o'clock hour still does the best ratings out of anything on the show, and advertisers really like that third hour. And I'm not aware of anything USA has like affiliated like sports wise other than WWE. You know, they don't like do like they don't cover the NFL, the NHL, like anything like that. Like
Yeah.
which also we have not talked about this. AEW got their deal.
They did, yeah.
Yep. So, I mean, good for them. I mean, Tony Khan came out there and did his stupid promo voice he does.
I have a big announcement. We've signed a TV deal.
Why does he talk like this into the microphone?
Wish I knew.
When he has a voice like this. Hey guys, how you doing? My name's Tony Khan. But he talks like this. My favorite movie, Time Cop.
Oh, Tony.
Tony,
I want to like you because you're just a fellow wrestling fan, but you make it so difficult to be likable sometimes.
like they haven't even clarified how much the pay-per-views are going to cost on HBO Max.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, Max.
You know, everyone is shortening their streaming name. You know, you got Max now. You know, I hear
Pretty soon Netflix is just going to be Flix.
I hear Netflix is going to Flix. I'm waiting for the day that Peacock announces it. Your move, Peacock.
But anyway,
Ray's like, all right, enough of Xander's bullshit. Well, I'm just saying that should be called the
there's
Peak.
a joke. So you know the show Hot Ones, right? With the hot wings and stuff.
Oh yeah, Hot Ones. I had to process
so
what you
Conan
said.
was on there. Have you seen that episode?
Who was?
Conan.
No, I have not.
It's one of the most hilarious ones I've ever seen.
Okay. I do like Conan a good bit. I'm not as big of a Conan O'Brien fan as you are, but
So
I do like Conan.
So they're talking about his new show, Conan Without Borders, and Conan O'Brien Must Go. It's like this travel show where he goes all around the world, right? He goes, well, HBO Max. Oh, I'm sorry, Max. You know, because that rolls off the tongue. You know, because HBO, too many people knew that name. We just had to go with Max.
Oh my God, Pierre.
What?
Pierre just said, imagine, #streamcock. Oh, Pierre. I love you, bud.
So, you want to, like we were talking the other day, AEW is doing some sort of stipulation where a title was only even going to be on the line for a certain length of time in the match.
Mm-hmm.
And someone said, "Wow, like that's a new thing," and I was like, "Well, it's actually funny because it isn't."
Yeah.
It even used to be WWE, like Intercontinental title matches. That was only online for the first 20 minutes.
Interesting.
So like, you could have a heel champion, and the face would beat him at 22 minutes. So the title wouldn't change, but he'd beat him, and then
Yeah.
Ref, why are you arguing with him doing that?
Don't do your finisher, Sammy. Don't do it.
No, like I'm talking about him, like being like, "Why did you get in the ring, Sammy? It's only a title match. Why would you do that? Come on, Sammy. That doesn't make sense."
Yeah, Sammy's not winning this, but I feel like it's going to be a fun match at the very least.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think Punk's gonna be the one to beat Gunther.
Think so?
Yeah, because like I don't know, like I don't think fans would be like excited to see Seth win the title from Gunther. I don't think that would get them really excited.
No, I agree. I do agree with that.
So it's like what do you do? Like, but I do think they would be excited for Gunther and Seth for the belt.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, I mean, or Punk and Seth for the belt. I mean, so
Yeah.
get up, Rock, get up. Like you just, I was literally, Sammy sitting there screaming. I want someone to edit the footage to like make Sammy look like he's about to go Super Saiyan, just like.
Mm. Hell of a main event.
Yeah.
Very enjoyable. Good job, Gunther.
Yep.
And what
Oh,
perfect timing. Because, folks. Oh, all
Is it
right.
time? What? I turned
What
off Raw.
was that?
I turned it off. I didn't wait. Okay.
Cody's coming out.
Oh. Oh.
Da, 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 da. And they cut it off before the whoa. Damn you, USA. All right. Well, I did promise to announce everyone that is in the World Cup, didn't I? For bracket A. So Ray, you are welcome to leave, or you can stick around if you want, and I'll screen share it through Discord.
Go ahead. I'll be here for it.
Hell yeah. So, special shout out to Ray, who was a real fucking trooper last night, and even though I could tell you were exhausted, stuck around with me on a call for 3 damn hours to get the World Cup all hashed out and ready to go.
I just had a tiring couple days. Like, yeah, I had some on my nephew, but there's also other drama, so I'm sorry about that. But let's get to announcing
Yeah, you're
the
good.
brackets.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let me do this, and I'm going to actually get StreamYard, or not StreamYard, Discord. There we go. I got there eventually. Set up with a second version where I can screen share no issue. And so let me rename this real quick to be Xander and Ray screen share. So, folks, and I do not hesitate when I say, I'm not saying folks, where's the lie, because Bobby Fish is not part of the tournament, sadly. That's the second year in a row he's not part of it. But let me do this real quick. Just turn off that real quick just to make sure I don't accidentally spoil anything. Let me just, can I just screen capture? Yes, I can. All right. So, folks, what I can now confirm is the 16 men in the bracket A of the World Cup will be Secret. Oh, wait, hold on. I got to flip us around. The return of Secret No More, Buddy Matthews, returning in record time from going through that spotlight, representing Australia.
Mm-hmm.
USA's Daniel Garcia.
All right.
Davey Boy Smith Jr., son of the British Bulldog, representing Canada. Dominic Mysterio, America's true hero. Finn Balor, the finalist, returning to represent Ireland once more. Hammerstone, making his World Cup debut and representing the United States. Joe Hendry, the returning World Cup champion, ready to defend the crown once more. Ghana, West Africa's Kofi Kingston. Japan's Kota Ibushi. Representing Dutch Netherlands, and in the same bracket as you-know-who, Malachi Black. Canada's Speedball Mike Bailey. The Murder Grandpa, Minoru Suzuki. Scottish Supernova Noam Dar. Canada's Raj Desi, because he's Canadian, he's not actually from India. Mexico's Ray Phoenix. And Ricky Starks, rounding it out, representing the United States. However, let me figure out how to do this real quick. All right, pull that over to this monitor. Well, that gives away the entire bracket. Whoops. That wasn't what I was trying to do. Just pretend you didn't see that, folks. Pay no attention to the man behind the mirror.
He's only an illusion.
He is only an illusion, as Ray says. Let me pull up the round 1 matches, and then I will show off the bracket. The round 1 matches for the World Cup 2. Let's see here. Let me get Discord screen sharing once again.
The Endless 11 Universe World Cup 2. Oops, I did it again.
Yep. Up first in bracket A, Minoru Suzuki against Ricky Starks.
Yeah.
Battle of Canadians, Raj Desi versus Davey Boy Smith Jr.
Yeah.
Kofi Kingston against Kota Ibushi, the dream match you didn't know you needed. Joe Hendry against Ray Phoenix, and you can tell this was the first one I made because the finishing moves look a little better, look a little more uniform. You can see where I struggled my way through figuring out how to put them on here because, yeah, I had to go into 2 lines for them. Anyway, Joe Hendry against Ray Phoenix. Hammerstone up against Daniel Garcia. David and Goliath battle there. Buddy Matthews and Dominic Mysterio, because of course I would. We never did Dom and Rhea universe, but I'm going to still do this for the jokes, damn it.
All right.
Malachi Black versus Noam Dar. And Finn Balor versus Speedball Mike Bailey. So,
All right, guys. Make sure you start tuning in.
yeah, be sure to join the memberships to get access to that, and then I will actually give people a real bracket A preview now, full screened.
Guys, it's not expensive. You can watch it all for as little as $1.
$2 $2 is how much it is.
$2.
All right, and yep, there you go. Here is bracket A. So you'll see the winner of Kofi and Kota will face the winner of Buddy and Dom.
Yeah.
The winner of Suzuki Starks will face the winner of Hendry Phoenix.
Mm-hmm.
The winner of Balor Bailey will face Hammerstone or Garcia. And the winner of Desi and Davey Boy will face the winner of Malachi Noam. Which I'm just... they're on opposite side of the brackets is all I'm saying.
Yep.
So it could happen. We could also have a complete World Cup Finals rematch from last year of Balor and Hendry as soon as the first bracket.
Yep. Hey guys, interesting things to shake out this year. Spend the $2.
Yeah, only $2 for the entire World Cup because it comes out every week.
Or you can wait till the end, spend the $2 and watch it all in one sitting.
Yeah, and the entire you get a little backlog of stuff. You get early access to Raw and NXT.
Yeah.
Whenever I get them done in time, of course. Yeah. Other than that, I guess we're good to go. We're good to wrap up the stream.
All right, guys.
All right. So I will see you. I'll see you guys tomorrow for NXT.
Yep.